Hey everybody, it's your girl V Bailey. Hope you all enjoyed that live date with Leslie and Ralph. We're going to just wait for everybody to come on over from the date. They're just finishing up. Okay, I see Leslie's there. Leslie is here, I mean. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and view that. And so is Ralph. Okay, so it looks like Leslie will be coming over, connecting. Hey, Leslie, how are we?
Great.
Great. Okay, so we finished the date here and wanted to go ahead and just get into it and get some feedback and find out what you thought about the date and if there was anything that you thought could have been different or better or if everything was great.
It was a nice date. This is new and I don't know what to expect.
I know.
But he's such a nice guy. I feel like he can understand my humor. Or,
Yes, you guys are both cracking your jokes on both sides. So I said, okay, you're kind of laughing nonstop when we started. I said, okay, I guess you thought he was cute.
Oh yes, he's very cute.
Very handsome.
Very handsome, just very nervous, just like, oh my gosh. And then there's people watching, so I'm like super nervous. And I'm like, I hope I don't say the wrong thing. Then I start stuttering. It's like, oh well. It's just like, I just, whatever.
Well, everyone has those kind of those dates. I mean, you just never know how it's going to go or how you're going to connect or just the energy, and you're very, goofy and you love to laugh. So that's just your energy. But he kind of was rolling with the punches there. So
right, he was hanging in there. Good
yeah,
job.
He had a few jokes. There was one comment I wasn't for sure if it was a joke or if he was serious about the twins, and so I'm like, maybe I missed that.
No worries.
The twins in Puerto Rico. So yeah. I guess I'll have to ask him and check in about that comment because I was over here cracking up. There was something that I wanted to ask you about the. So, how did you feel about the idea of maybe relocating? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm up for relocating. I'm not California bound at all.
Okay. So if you guys decided to go on a second date and to stay in touch and hit it off, you would be open to relocating to the DC area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like the little plug. He was trying to get his mama in there. Like, okay, mama can put you on.
Right. Hey, call your mom. Once I passed the doors and tell her, I said, hey, what's up?
Right. I thought that was great,
I'm going to run that because I'm going to need that. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that was nice.
Yes. Definitely loved it. So, what would you say? You feel like the date went well, and would you be interested in going on a second date and further getting to know him?
Oh yeah, I would. Okay. As not, on here because I just feel so.
Yes, you want to have the second date to be a little bit more, just one-on-one and
one-on-one.
Yes, you guys are both great sports. I think you guys did well. Got along pretty well. Had your jokes here and there. It was that Cali humor. I actually just touched down here a few hours ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm exhausted, but still trying to get together. Yeah, perk on up. So yeah. But all right. Well, I just wanted to thank you for being on the show, coming on the show, and having the experience. Yes, something new. Now you can check it off your list and say I did a virtual first date with a community. That their comments, it was a group date.
Right.
So
I enjoyed myself. No, thank you. Good.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and invite Ralph on. Okay. And I know I see him. Yes, you'll just go ahead and press the X.
Alrighty. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Okay, so Ralph, I see that you're here. I may have to request you. Let's see. Okay, I am requesting you here. So it should have us going live momentarily. All right. Did you wardrobe change?
My date is over, so I gotta get comfortable.
Oh my God!
Like, who goes on a date and then comes home and keeps the same thing on?
I know.
I'm just saying.
Right. No, I love it. I love it. Okay. So I want to go ahead and just get on into it. So you got to come over and check out and hear what Leslie said about you all's date. And so I wanted to pick your brain and see how you felt about the date and get a little feedback here. So how did you enjoy the date?
It was cool. It was a little uncomfortable because we had a menage a trois because there's other people like kind of watching, right? So, but that was so that was a little different, right? Because you're having a conversation, but there's people commenting on it, so it's like okay, so that was a little different because I'm reading the comments but I'm still trying to engage at the same time and then try not to. But still trying to be inclusive for like everybody that was commenting. Somebody was like, "Yeah, don't go get the dog." Like, I'm not gonna go get the dog, but whatever. But
okay, so I'll let you in on something. So on one of the previous dates, the gentleman, he had a dog, and the young lady, she had asked, she's like, "Oh, okay, well, get the dog, go ahead and bring the dog out, so I can see who this little terror is," right? Because he was talking about his dog and how he, the dog be wilding out. So he goes to get the dog, and it was just like after he went to get the dog, the connection was having problems. Then the dog was kind of just moving around, and so he was having to pay attention to him, and so we were just like, oh, yep, Trip. It's an 80. Yeah, so Trip was kind of doing his own thing, and it's just like a distraction. So that's why RCL was like, please don't go get the dog. Please don't do it.
Oh yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know where the dog is at right now. Anyway, but yeah, other than that, it was good. She's after she got so she seemed nervous coming off at the beginning, right? So I was like, okay, so I'm a little nervous, but we can't be two nervous people in here. Right. At the same time, so
I know
So I was trying to like work that out as I was, trying to figure that out as I was going through it,
Yeah, you did a great job. I was like, okay, coming through. He's trying to break the ice and make her feel at ease, And so I heard, now tell me this. I'm not for sure if I heard you right. Did you say that you have twins in Puerto Rico? Was that a joke?
Yeah. No. It's not a joke. I do, right? So I don't think did I put it on the survey? No, I don't think I put it on the survey, but yeah, I do have twins in Puerto Rico.
Okay. And how old did you say the twins are?
They're 9.
Oh, okay. All right. So you don't get to get out there that often?
No, I get out there as often as I can, but ever since this coronavirus thing happened, so it kind of put a damper into things.
Right. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. I for some reason I had thought that I'm like, okay, was he being funny? I thought you were just trying to.
Shit, I wish it was a joke. Oh no. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Okay, well, so speaking with Leslie, she said that she very much so enjoyed the date. And so how did you feel about going on a second date? Are you guys further getting to know each other outside of a virtual date?
Oh yeah, I'm down with that, right? You know, just as long as you guys are not watching,
No,
you know, it
we can come.
might be a little better, right?
We can come.
I'm gonna set up a Zoom. Yeah, I'll get with Leslie and we'll set up a Zoom conference or something. You know, she gonna have to have she gonna have the coronavirus anyway after she goes to the birthday party.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long distance Zoom relationship. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is great. I'm so glad that you guys both enjoyed it. And I wanted to thank you so much for coming on and being a part of Virtual First Dates. And I will get you guys both each other's information here shortly.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Bye-bye. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on Virtual First Dates. Good night.